Okay, I'm gonna try to make this a little shorter than usual. I will point out the most important parts of the episode instead of explaining everything that goes on, because my review that I haven't posted up yet of episode 44 was at least half an hour, length of half an hour. That's because I was explaining what was going on in the episode, and I was trying to explain what um why the person or a video that I saw, what he was trying to explain was wrong. But I will point out the most important parts of this episode. This is a review of Dragon Ball Super episode 45. This will contain spoilers. If you do not want to be spoiled, I suggest you do not watch the video. I will go on to review episode 45 of Dragon Ball Super. So this episode was very, very much action packed. The first 10 minutes were a little, it was the same as last week. And like I said, I will post that review after I make this review. And again, like always, I watch the episode raw. And then on Sundays, I watch it with the sub version. So this episode was just at the beginning was a recap of last week, showing that the superhuman water that Grill was searching for took over his body and his minion's body, and now is a threat to Goten, Trunks, Monaka, Potaju, Vegeta that was there, Jocko, and in this episode we see that Vegeta attempted to do his Gallic Gun, but for some reason he couldn't. And the reason why he couldn't was because that the superhuman water that absorbed or took or copied Vegeta's body, um, his image plus his power, also absorbed the power inside of him. So Vegeta is basically drained of his power. He has no ki inside him at all. And then the copy Vegeta assumed the position of the Gallic Gun, and instead of pointing it towards Vegeta, pointing it to the mountain behind him, and then left a giant hole inside that mountain. And Vegeta's looking at him surprised. And it's like, oh, if that hit me, that would have killed me. And the copy Vegeta is like, yeah, you're lucky I didn't shoot it towards you. And then um, Trunks takes a hold of Potaju and Vegeta, because Vegeta has no ki at all, so he's not able to fly. And Goten took Potaju, and they flew away from them to think of a plan. And Jocko used himself as a distraction so they can fly away. And he used the fuel from his boots to block the superhuman tentacles that was potentially gonna absorb him and make a copy version of himself. But after that, we get a little funny scene of Jocko trying to fly away, and the fuel in his boots ran out. So it's just like the Acme episodes with Roadrunner and the Coyote, where the Coyote looks at the camera and he holds up a sign saying, "Uh oh, I'm trapped," or you know he looks at the ground and he knows he's gonna fall, and he can't fly. It was basically what Jocko did in this episode. It was like he's talking. It's like, oh, he's probably saying that he should have put more fuel in his boots. I'm not sure. I watched it raw, so I'm not able to grasp what he said. But after that, he falls on the floor, and then we see Vegeta, Trunks, Goten, Monaka, Potaju, and Jocko find where they are. I mean, not Monaka. Jocko looks beat up, as if he was fighting the copy version of Grill and Vegeta, but in fact that he looks beat up because he fell on his face after running out of fuel in his boots. And then Potaju was explaining the superhuman water. They gave a backstory of it, and the fact that if once the superhuman water takes over you, your original body disappears and it ceases to exist. And I'm pretty sure that's what they said, or Potaju said when he's explaining to him. Then we hear something about Jocko complaining or yelling, saying, "Oh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna tell Bulma if Vegeta disappears?" Because when the superhuman water takes over your body, it not only takes your power and your image, but it is now you. It takes over your body and your original self, as it showed in the episode. Grill and his minions disappeared. So the longer the superhuman water takes your image, the more or the less being you have of yourself, and you disappear. And later on, when we see Goten and Trunks fight the copy Vegeta, we see Vegeta start disappearing, and that's because the copy Vegeta, has been holding Vegeta's image for a long period of time now. And then we get to the best part. As you can see, my background picture, Goten and Trunks finally fused, and there was a picture, or there was a pose that Goten or Gotenks does, and basically what everybody calls him, the ultimate dab king. Because if you play Japanese, not Japanese, if you play Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, the agility Gotenks card has his dabbing pose, and that's exactly what Gotenks does after they fuse. His pose is that he dabs, and I was trying to get that screenshot, but it wasn't working for me. So I was able to get this one at the very end of the episode, which is, I'm fine with, but I wanted the dabbing pose. And I have a feeling when I watch Quaman's, Geekdom's, Rhyme Styles, D Free, Miss DBZ Babes video, they're all gonna have that pose as their background, which I'm not surprised. It's an awesome pose. And we see Gotenks in his base form fight copy Vegeta, and I'm not sure, but I could have sworn it sounded like they were saying Justice Punch and Justice Kick. I could be wrong. And then Vegeta, copy Vegeta knocks them down, so they get back up and they start powering up. So you see the first scene they show is them in Super Saiyan. Then they go into Super Gotenks, which is Super Saiyan 3, which we have not seen in a very, very long time. The last time we saw Super Gotenks was against Kid Buu, or not Kid Buu, against Super Buu in the Buu saga. So it's been a very, very long time since we've seen it. And then we see Super Gotenks land a whole bunch of punches, a whole bunch of kicks, and Copy Vegeta is just standing there in the air or floating in the air with his arms crossed, which is the iconic Vegeta pose, and it's not doing anything. But then we see Copy Vegeta just land one punch, again with the One Punch Man references. He one punches Gotenks in the stomach, and Vegeta is caught off guard. I was like, how was he able to just throw one punch, and it stops them in their movement? And then we get more punches, more kicks, and eventually we see Copy Vegeta do the double hand helix, hit them on their head, and then Gotenks is on the ground, and they defuse. And then we see Goku still training on King Kai's planet, and King Kai notices Super Gotenks' power, or Super Gotenks' ki, and Goku overhears him and starts Super Gotenks. So he's eating, and he puts his fingers on his head, so he can go find out where Gotenks' ki is, and eventually teleport over there. And the copy of Vegeta was going to blast Goten and Trunks, but Goku grabbed copy Vegeta's hand, and was asking Vegeta, it's like, Vegeta, what are you doing? They're just kids. Just look at Goten and Trunks. They're just kids. What are you doing? But then the real Vegeta is like, oh, after both Copy Vegeta and Vegeta call out Kakarot's name, or Kakaroto, um, the real Vegeta is explaining what's going on, and Goku's confused as hell. He's like, "What the hell's going on? Why is there two Vegetas?" And then he sees Monaka, and he gets so smirky. He's like, "Oh, I can show. Maybe after this, I can fight Monaka. Probably something like that." But then we see Goku and Vegeta go at it, and then again, Copy Vegeta does the double-handed helix and knocks Goku on the ground as well. And then Goten was telling Goku something. As like I said, I'll wait till tomorrow to watch it to do a fuller review. And then Goku smirks and quickly flies back up in the air and stands in front of Vegeta, and they both power up. And there's the end of the episode. And then the next, for episode 46, which is the continuation of Goku versus Copy Vegeta, Copy Vegeta and Goku are still fighting. And then that's pretty much all they showed, is that Goku and Copy Vegeta is still fighting, and I'm hoping that this fight goes on for more than one episode or more than two episodes. It's a pretty awesome episode. It was a pretty awesome fight. I'm so glad to see Super Gotenks come back. I'm really happy. Super Gotenks isn't one of my favorite characters, but he's one of the top 10. He's one of the top, not top 5, but top 10. But it was so nostalgic just to see him again. I saw him fuse into Super Gotenks, or transforming or power up into future Gotenks. I got chills. It was very nostalgic. This is one of the reasons why I love Dragon Ball in general. It's just the nostalgic scenes. It's the awesome fights. It's the funny moments and everything. But I want you guys to let me know what you guys thought about this. If you saw it, like at the beginning of the episode, I warned you that this had spoilers. If you did watch it raw and you don't care about spoilers, I want you guys to watch this and let me know what you guys thought about the episode. If you liked it, thumbs it up. If you didn't, I just don't know what's wrong with you. It had Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks in it. So if you don't like Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, I think you should go and go suck your toe or something. But I give this episode 9.5 out of 10. This was a very action-packed episode. 10 minutes of it was just a recap and to explain about the superhuman water, which I'm fine with. Every episode is gonna have some talking in it, but this one was just amazing. But I have the episode 44 review ready to upload. I'm gonna upload this first, then I should upload episode 44 first, but I'm gonna redo that review because it's a little long, and then I'll do I'll put this up first because it's shorter than the other one. But I'll rewatch episode 44, but with the English subs, and then I'll redo that review and post that up after this. But I want to say thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Like the video, comment, share, do whatever. But I want to say thank you, and I will see you guys in the next episode.